Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another instrument cluster repair video. This time working on a 2007 Land Rover LR3. This is sent to me by Guy Salifi. Sorry if I say your last name wrong, but um, it's sometimes a little hard. The reason I want to start a video and you see that I have the instrument cluster apart is because he sent this to somebody else, and I guess didn't work, and now it's here. Thing that I noticed immediately, I have the microscope connected. It's like, yes, somebody was here, and I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to repair this. This is one of the motherboard connections in here. We can see, I mean, a lot of fluid and rubbing that should not take place. This is a very expensive instrument cluster. I also want to address, and now we're looking at this microprocessor in here. I want to see this right here. It's looked like somebody tried to, I'm not even sure what they were using to remove, because has a hard epoxy around the microprocessor, but a lot of the pins on these microprocessor here, sorry, there, are overheated, and they don't look, especially this corner as well. I hope that you guys can see the pitting on the board, and that is very common when you see a lot of temperature exposed. Not sure if this cluster can be even power up. I will not try to do it yet because I also don't like what I'm seeing on the gauges. This is very, again, very delicate circuit board and very delicate gauges. So I'm going to remove this face. Well, actually, I can leave it like the way it is right here. Um, what I want you to see is, well, this one is reaching only 130. You cannot move it over to there, which is, I mean, this should reach the maximum. Uh, the tag it cannot move from here. If I remove this, again, this is definitely whoever worked on this doesn't even know what it's doing, and this is problematic. Again, I cannot give promises when somebody else already touched your instrument cluster. This might be the one and only that I could not have been able to repair because, like I said, okay, you see now this moves in there, but it's only reaching 2,500 RPMs. And if I go here, it's not passing, so most likely it's like here, but this is very uncommon. Again, I can move this. You see, this is freely. It should be freely moving all the way to maximum speed. These ones, I'm not sure if they're in the correct position or not. I can calibrate them, and I hope that that corrects this situation, but I'm not sure how the board or what the board, how the board was handled, how that microprocessor is, because again, I have not power up. And oops, sorry, let me remove this because now the needle is not in the correct place. They gotta be here and somewhere here. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, they got this feels weird. Yeah, this needles definitely were removed and they're now in a wrong spot because I can definitely feel rubbing in here, which they shouldn't. So I'm gonna have to calibrate them, and hopefully that is it because this repair. Sorry guys, I got caught by a phone call, but yeah, so usually on this repair, I never have to replace the separate motors because they're very good, and that's not the fault on these instrument clusters. Not sure what we have now. This is a completely different situation, and I want to record the starting of the video because this might end up being a not repairable cluster or not. I just want always to document the findings as I go and then see if it comes back to life or not. But yeah, all right, guys. So let me proceed with the normal repairs. I'm going to remove the needles, do the resoldering on everything, and then go from there. But if it doesn't come back to life, I'm not going to be blamed for, because this was in somebody else's hands. All right, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I finished the repairs in the cluster. I have not connected or checked it yet, but I wanted to show you how that now looks when proper repair is done. Um, Let me get the glasses off and my microphone in the correct spot. Sorry. But yeah, so we can immediately see here. Sometimes a little hard for this camera to get a closer, but I did clean the entire board. I mean, this was just, I don't know what they did, or if this is a junkyard instrument cluster, that would make sense based on all the debris that I was needed to remove. I still have, I mean, I repair this one and the one on the corner because they were pushed and almost destroyed. But as you can see, everything is looking nice and clean. Not sure if you remember how that was looking up in here, but as you can see, I removed all the debris, clean the board, like to look like new again. This is still has, I mean, like if I go into the hole of this motor right there, right in here, you see right here, that's impossible for me to clean, but yeah, we can still see it's like, I don't know if like a sand or what they did to clean this board. If that is the case, I'm not sure, but again, that was covering the entire board. And I'm a little worried about what they got into the stepper motors and if that is what is causing that stiffness in there. But I will find out pretty shortly. If I'm going to now to reconnect the instrument cluster. I did all the resolder on all the resistors, replace the capacitors that I will replace. And now the test is in the, the test is the next part to see if everything comes back to life, if it moves, and if I can do the calibration. So let me connect this back and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got everything ready and connected. Again, I'm just going to go briefly on the connections on this instrument cluster. Pretty simple. It's a 32 pin connector. The pins are marked on the back of, right at the instrument cluster connector on the back. So it's pretty easy to know which one is one and up to 32, right? For my testing in here, all I need is 2 grounds and pins 31 and 32. Ignition in pin 15, voltage battery on pin 16, illumination as if I want to check the illumination. Again, I always do that off video, but yeah, I always do. And then high-speed can on pins 1 and 2. The high-speed can high is in pin 2, sorry, pin 1, and then the low on pin 2. Pin 1 goes to pin 16 on the DLC, sorry, pin 6 on the DLC, and pin 2 goes on to pin 14 on the DLC. All right, so I have already did the calibrations on the needles, and it's working perfectly. So he is lucky guy. Your instrument cluster made it after that failed attempt to repair by another repair facility. Good news. All right, so I'm going to power this up, and this is what we're looking always to see on an instrument cluster. So the needle's finding his position, and that's what I put him into another position. Uh, since I don't have nothing connected, this is all normal. This should go to low, and this should go to high. That's if you want to see, you can see that into my other videos, and you will see that that is very common. Now to connect, I'm using the top-down Phoenix Max. This is my go-to tool here in the lab. Perfect tool, I love it. All right, so we're going to click in line Rover because we cannot do an auto ID, sorry, because there's nothing else connected, right? So just the instrument cluster. So we're going to have to select it without a bean. All right, we're going to do a manually selection or manual selection, discovery, and then we're going to select discovery 3, B6 or B8. That all depends on the car you're working on. But for instrument cluster, I don't think it matters too much. They're all use the same. So we're looking for is just the signals to go, and then we can check that, make sure the speedometer and all the gauges are working properly. And then we can also get communication, which I know I have. So, but I want to show this for my records and his records, and to show you all that indeed the repair came out very good. As this vehicle has 154,957 miles. All right, so in here, since there's nothing else connected. We're going to go into instrument cluster, which is the IPC. If you're using top down, you can use the system topology, which is like this. You can go into system list and then look for the IPC, which is right here. So you will understand what the IPC is because sometimes, I'm very familiar, so I know what that is. But if you're not that familiar, you can go into system list and then it tells you the name of the module that you want to work with. In here, all I do is actuate and test, and it tells you that it's a plus or minus actuation. So I'm not sure why this, I think it's a tachometer that gives not a 10%, 50%, it gets like a 12 point something percent. You see, this is, yeah, it's a weird, I'm sorry again for hitting that in there, but yeah. So what I want to reach is first around 50% in all the needles, so 51%, and click start. And then we're waiting for that. Perfect. So it's 51%, so it's a little over 4,000 RPMs. That's perfect. So I'm going to deselect or exit, and very nice and very clean drop. Same thing on the temperature, but this one we can see is a difference because this one does give me 50%. So, and I have multiple videos if you want to see or compare the values of what I'm going to do here. They're all the same. So we go here, click a start. I'm going now to focus you here. So I have not clicked a start yet. Let's click a start and it'll should come down. And that is the 50% on the instrument, oh, sorry, on the temperature gauge. That is just the way it is. And it's nice and smooth going up. All right, so we're going to go over to the field gauge position. And we're going to go the same thing, just quickly go and try to reach the 50%. And then we're going to click the start. That should go right to the middle of the tank and it's exactly on 50%. So that calibration for the needle is good. Let's do the last one, which should be the speedometer. And in this one, we can do again the 50%. And that's always what I'm looking for, not too much. And then click start. That should put the needle right in the middle of the gauge and it's nice and perfectly in the middle. So yes, the instrument cluster is fully talking, is alive again, and is calibrated. All right, guys, so I will be contacting you shortly and send this your way so you can start enjoying your vehicle back again. All right, thank you guys so much for visiting the channel. And please, if you have a cluster like this, I have 100% success rate, including this one that somebody else tried to perform an attempt repair, which almost deem this one non-repairable. I have to clean and put extra love for this cluster to be back into life because it was really, really dirty. A lot of debris, a lot of like sand or something inside. I don't know what they did or if this was a junkyard. I mean, I just don't have much history on these clusters, so that's all I can assume, right? All right, guys, thank you so much. Let me just close the video. I like to, oops, sorry, that's not the perfect angle. Just want to say hi to all. Thank you so much for visiting the channel. I'm really honored to have you all always watching these videos. And I'm trying to, this is a small business. I am located in Virginia, in Herndon, Virginia. So if you want to help a small business and you want to send your repairs to me, I really appreciate that. I also encourage all my customers like Guy, and so that if you or I had done a repair for you and you can help me going into, I'm going to put the link on the description of this video. If you can help me to give me a good review in there, that also helps a lot small businesses like me to be shown into others because yes, I perform these services, but not a lot of people knows. And with the amount of money that you have to spend on Google and what their new algorithm is you have to spend like $20,000 to be on a front page. I cannot afford that. It's just impossible. I mean, I'll be working for them, right? I'm a small business, but if you or again any of the customers that I have run done repairs help me with the reviews, that will help my website get there and shown because it's based also on reviews. All right, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.